Go, 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 Cameron. It's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday.
Uh,
Yeah,
technically, it's not my birthday until after midnight, but still, I appreciate you, man.
yeah, absolutely, man. How old are you turning this year?
Oh God, hitting my 30s this year. Hitting my 30s.
30, 30, 30. Oh shit,
Yeah.
man, dude, that man, it's a downhill slope from here. I'll just say that.
Oh, I'm
Uh,
sure. I'm sure. And weirdly, whenever I always ask people how old do I look. I always get like 28, 29, like 27. Sometimes get younger. Sometimes get way older, but still.
Yeah, I turned 33 this year, and I'm just like, man, my hearing is awful, my memory is awful, my back hurts all the time, and it's just like, damn,
Same,
I'm a
same, brother. Same.
I'm a walking stereotype. Like Jesus, I age fast apparently. I guess that's what life will do to you. Uh, but yeah,
But
without
yes, if
further
you
ado,
haven't,
we
if you
can jump right into it. What's
yes,
up?
if you're just joining us, thank you for coming aboard and just celebrating not only the finally awaited like Saturday Night Nerds like premiere, like 3 months in the works, but also like celebratory for me. But just thank you for being here. I'm the Dark King Cameron, and this is Deontay the Giant.
Yes, sir. It's episode one of season four, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Mac, aka your boy. Willie McCoy is in the comment section. Y'all like how I did that? That was me spitting bars. Shout out to everybody over at the Dat Feeling Podcast Network. Today is literally Kelvin's birthday, so shout out to Black Mac. That's our guy. He just turned 21, and so we're probably gonna celebrate his 21st birthday with him. So shout out to Kelvin. He's getting younger every day, and it's like black don't crack for real, for
Honestly, yeah.
real.
You would, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people still mistake me for I'm in my early 20s. No, I am 33, son.
My
Uh,
supervisor is like in his 40s. He doesn't look 40. Like straight up, he does not look 40.
Jesus Christ.
You're telling me.
Yeah, I don't know what's in the water, but it's got to be like some Fountain of Youth shit going on. But yeah, tonight we got a great show. It's going to be shorter than usual. Will and Thomas could not make it tonight, unfortunately, but we'll have them back at the end of this month for sure because we got another episode coming up for X-Men '97 and all the awesome stuff that's going to be happening in March.
Yes,
Yeah,
basically we're catching up. Like since we haven't been back since December, we're going to catch up as best as we can from everything from like tail end 2023 to now.
yeah, because I think we talked about it on a couple shows, like briefly about what our thoughts was on Aquaman 2. We'll
Mhm.
give you a quick speed run on what Marvel's What If and Echo, and then we'll jump into the two main topics of the night: Avatar: The Last Airbender live action series on Netflix, and Sony's Madam Web. And I know y'all are looking forward to that. Phew, phew.
Uh, but anyways, Deontay, you want to kick us into the intro?
Absolutely. Without further ado, here's this lovely theme song.
Is the best thing what? Exactly.
Let's go.
Let's go. What would you like to start with, Deontay?
Man, I think the best way to kick off this season four premiere is to get everybody caught up to what our opinions are on
Hold on, but
Marvel's.
I
Uh
lost.
oh.
I can't hear you, man. I can't hear you.
Uh oh.
I can't hear you.
Man, you just turned 30, man. It might be the hearing loss kicking in already. Well, you turned 30 at midnight, but we're having technical difficulties already. No, God, don't let it be so. Yeah, so for everybody that's tuning in listening, we are definitely talking about Marvel's What If first. Cameron will be back shortly. We'll try to get through that technical issue real fast. Also in the comment section tonight is a great friend of mine, Blake Hickman, my brother from another mother. What's going on, Blake? Cameron, you still able to hear me?
Can't hear you.
Oh, Jesus, what is going on? Can anybody hear me? Did I mute myself?
I can't hear you.
Hello? Can anybody hear me?
I can't hear you at all.
What the? Can anybody in the comment section hear me? Oh, Blake says he can hear both of us. Shit. Damn it. Do I have God, what the hell is going on? Okay, all right. I just sent Cameron a message. We're doing Marvel's What If first. The birthday boy is trying to figure out the audio situation. Let's see. All right, he's gonna drop out and hop back in, so that we'll roll with that. Yeah. So y'all want to know what I think about Marvel's What If? Oh, there he goes. Bring me back in here. Are
Okay.
you able?
Yes, that's much better. I am very
Money,
sorry for the technical difficulties. I don't know what happened, but I could not hear you, man, at all.
man. This I think it's the occult is coming after us. The devil himself is trying to stop our success.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I did not hear a thing. What did you say, man? What were you saying?
Yeah, the first topic of the night will be Marvel's What If Season 2. We're just going to do a speed review of that and a couple other things that we didn't get to cover after the Season 3 finale and the first 2 months of 2024. So,
Yes.
we'll talk about Echo, Aquaman 2, and then we'll jump right into the two main topics for tonight, Avatar and Madam Web.
Right on. Uh, what were some of your starting with What If? What were like some of your like favorite episodes from season 2?
Let's see. My favorite episodes had to have been, man, off the top of my head now, it's like starting to become a fuzzy memory. Uh, the Star Lord. It was a Star Lord episode where he had to save Missouri, where Missouri was the key to saving the world. That
Oh,
episode was,
what? Yeah, it's one of the Avengers in like the 1980s. Was it the 60s?
yeah, I think it was the 70s or the 80s. One of those. It
Yeah,
was because
yeah,
they had like
that
the vintage Black Panther.
yeah
Uh,
yeah, and they got the same actor from like the first movie, like who played young T'Chaka. Yeah, uh, but yeah, no, that was a good one. I would say mine was uh six like 1602, like the second to last episode when Captain Carter was dropped into like medieval like era of like Marvel, because I love medieval times, and just like we got to see Scarlet Witch, like Elizabeth Olsen, love her to death, and
yeah.
just all these different characters like come together, and just it was really good.
Man, I love me some Peggy Carter, man,
I
and
know, and it seems like they're wanting to do more. I mean, if not in the next season, give her her own like movie or something. To be honest, because put her in Secret Wars.
yeah, they're like kind of sticking to like this thing where they have like a central strong woman lead character in every season. So season one was who was it for season one? It
Probably
wasn't
still
Scarlet Witch.
Well, I mean, Captain Carter was still in the first season. That's where we got introduced to her.
Yeah, they were really heavy on her this season, and then they introduced the indigenous person. What's it? Kahori.
Kahori,
Yeah, they
which was
introduced her.
an original character designed for the episode, and even worked with Mohawk tribes and like indigenous people, which was phenomenal. That was a great story, and yeah, and fun fact: the person who voiced Kahori, Devery Jacobs, I believe, she's also in the show Echo. She was working on What If long before she got casted for Echo.
Yeah, that is insane.
I know. If they don't bring her into like like out live action, they've got to like give her her own like issue or something because like I think like she struck a chord with like a lot of people.
Yeah, I definitely love like the casting choices Marvel has made so far. Some of the
Oh yeah,
voice actors are like really good substitutes for their like some like A list counterparts. Like the guy that's imitating Robert Downey Jr. to be Tony Stark.
Mick Wingard. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
yeah. They're able to get a lot of people, but still for like those like they have to substitute. They do a really good job. Like Mick Wingard and Josh Keaton. He's Steve Rogers, who was actually the voice for the spectacular Spider-Man.
damn. Let's see. Blake
And we all
says, are we ready for Marvel Zombies animated rated mature production to come out?
hopefully, I mean, as long as they like go full in like dark, like don't hold anything back, then yeah. If anything, I would think the show would be out hopefully by the end before the year end. This before the end of this year, I would think because they've been working on that for some time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
That one
we already
episode in What If was kind of a really good example of how things could go.
really
They'll just expand
solid,
on that.
really
Yeah,
fast. Yes,
yeah. That was a
and we
real
already
well written story.
very well. And we're already getting we already know we're getting a third season for What If, and we've already seen one like sneak peek of it, including which is basically the Red Guardian and the Winter Soldier on a road trip being chased down by Bill Foster.
Yeah, this is
That's gonna
like
man. It's like the most proud, like egotistical, loud voice from Russia being paired with like this cyborg soldier. Like what the fuck?
man, it's going to be amazing. I think that they're going to like be a little bit Thunderbolts heavy for season 3 too, and I'm here for it.
I would imagine so, especially since they're now just finally filming for Thunderbolts.
Yeah, and the live action movie is going to be a freaking blast.
I hope so.
Uh,
As long as they don't go like kind of like a Suicide Squad like feel for it, which I love the Suicide Squad movies, at least the second one more, but still, as long as they make it their own, don't go like that kind of route. Yeah,
Yeah, the comic books was a great guideline for it. I think they just stick to the character profiles that they have with the characters in the comics. They should be cool. From what we've seen in live action from each and one of the members of the Thunderbolts team, they look like they'll stay true to who their character is. And
right,
even
and that
a
also
really
helps
bad
because
writer, yeah,
right, and
even
that's
a really
also
bad
what
writer
helps.
won't screw that up.
And that also helps because we've seen every member of the Thunderbolts in either one of the movies or one of the shows. But yeah, the most we've probably seen is like Bucky, like since he's been here since the first Avengers, and yeah, we'll just have
Gotcha.
to see how they all come like work together and just go from there.
Yeah, I think they'll have good chemistry because it was
I
so
think
easy
so.
for the Avengers actors to have chemistry together. I think they'll
I think
nail
so, and
that.
plus it helps that some of them have worked together, like Florence Pugh and David Harbour from Black Widow,
Oh
Sebastian
yeah,
Stan and Wyatt Russell from The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and yeah, I think they'll do a good job. So long as they like stick to the course and like don't uh, try to Suicide Squad it up, don't try to fun it up too much.
yeah. We don't need that much comedy. I'm ready for a very serious team movie because it's
Right,
about time we got one of those.
right. Okay, so moving on. What did you think of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom?
Final scores for
Oh, what if?
Marvel's What If season
Yes,
two.
I would say I would say a solid 8. I can't tell. I can't honestly say if it's better or worse, better than the first season because they're both really good, like differently. I will
Yeah,
say I think the visuals got better and just like they got really grander, like with like the storytelling. A solid
Yeah,
8.5 at least.
I definitely agree that it's a lot better than season one. But a lot of people actually feel that way, and I'm kind of happy with that because like now we all agree on something. Season one could have had potential to be absolute greatness.
Hmm.
It didn't, but season two was a good bounce back for that. So yeah, I expected for season three heavy thunderbolts, maybe another like female lead like kicking ass again, like Peggy and Kahori for season two. Maybe we'll do like Jane Foster's store and somebody
Yes.
else for season three. That'd be absolutely money. But
Yes, it
my
would.
over yeah, my overall score for Marvel's What If season two, I'm gonna give it a 7.5 on a bad day and solid 8 on a good day.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, now.
That's like a B range.
Hmm.
So yeah, but as far as Aquaman, our next topic, whoo, whoo,
Now,
whoo, whoo.
I'm probably one of the few people that actually thought it was a really good movie. I actually enjoyed it a lot.
I really wanted. I was one of the people for sure that wanted Aquaman two to win. I saw the news reports like everybody else
But
did. Like
technically, technically, in a way, it has. It's made like the most money since the original Aquaman movie, more than any of the DC movies since Aquaman.
wait, Aquaman two made more money than Aquaman one.
No, no, no,
Oh,
no. Since the original Aquaman, it's done better in the box score than Birds of Prey, since Shazam 2, since Black Adam, since all of
yeah,
them. It's done better.
yeah. In comparison to Aquaman two, though, Aquaman
No.
one
I'm not saying
busts
that.
his
No, Aquaman
ass.
2 is the best. Aquaman 1 is the best. Aquaman
Yeah,
2, I would say it's a fairly good sequel. It doesn't do better, but I'd say it stands on its own for sure.
yeah, man. There were this series in general had so much potential to be just absolute greatness.
And
Uh,
it also doesn't help that it's basically the last movie in the DCEU because this is the end. The coming to an end.
yeah, it was like, why would you send off the DCU that way? But I guess I get it.
They didn't have a choice because like Warner Brothers like dropped the ball with everything, and now it's up to James to like clean up their mess.
Right. I honestly like with the Flash. I think the only thing positive that I could get away with is saying Shazam 2 was a great movie, even though Danny Stewart doesn't agree.
What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? Shazam 2 is Danny's favorite DC movie.
Now
I don't know
that
what that's all I hear from like Blake and Danny.
yeah. Danny loves him for Shazam 2. Honestly, I think
Yes,
we
he
should have.
does. Who doesn't love Zachary Levi?
I mean, if we have a movie night, we all just meet up at his place and just bring all the Shazam movies and make him binge
Yes,
it with
absolutely,
us.
and just have him watch, with just all of us with his family, just watch it.
Yeah, I
But
mean it really is hands down the best movie in the DCU
I mean,
and
definitely.
series.
I did love the Shazam movies, and personally, out of all the DC movies we got last year, I would say Blue Beetle was my favorite. But
Yeah.
Aquaman 2 is like, it's definitely not the worst in my opinion. We all know what holds that title.
What the Flash? Yeah.
Come on,
God, man,
but no,
man.
like I did like the story that they were going for, like with Aquaman 2. It was a little bit more humorous, a little bit more Jason. As much as I love Jason Momoa very much, yes, we did, Blake. I hope so. I hope so. I, I'm an optimist. I try to look at the best and the at things. But
Yeah, Aquaman. I wouldn't say it was like the. How would I say it? I'm gonna give you my score first. My score for Aquaman 2 is a C minus D plus. I'll go that far. It's
I would at least
Aquaman.
give it. I would at least give it like a C plus. I won't go B minus, but I'll at least give it a C plus. Like at least a like 6.5 on a good day.
Man, because where I'm at right now, I'm sticking with my D plus for that because it's just
Hey,
like
I respect and understand it, but still, yes, they could have done better, obviously, but still, for everything that they they did, and like also it was already getting flack, like because of Amber Heard and like that whole ordeal. People were already judging it because they didn't exclude her out of it, but she wasn't really in it that much.
Yeah, and they honestly, it's just chalked up to bad writing and the director not giving a shit anymore. If he
Well, I
would have
mean,
gave a shit in the
yeah.
first movie, well, actually, he did give a shit in the
Well, yeah,
first
I think
movie. It
James
was that's
Wan.
why it was good.
Well, I don't think it was necessarily James Wan's fault, like completely, because Warner Brothers, like they like here have we need you to reshoot this. No, we need you to reshoot this. We need you to. They went like through 3 or 4 different types of reshoots like throughout like the last few years. So I'm not I'm not blaming anyone entirely. I'm to be honest, I'm kind of blaming Warner Brothers because they kind of, like I said, they dropped the ball with like DC in general, like lately. But still,
Yeah,
but
and honestly, the actors themselves were shitting on the movie, and it's just like, damn, why are y'all shitting on the movie? So I feel like the director didn't care either. It's like,
well,
damn. So
well, I think this, like, even though they were making jokes about it, I think Jason Momoa still genuinely loves like Aquaman, like, and even damn, like, no love. I mean, I respect it and understand it, but still, I mean, but I think Jason Momoa still like genuinely loves this character and will like forever will, even if he does go on to play the main man.
God,
uh,
man,
but
it's shout out to
but hey,
Billy Rhodes.
you've got to at least you've got to at least like say, can't not say that Black Manta wasn't a badass villain in this. He was great.
That's my favorite part about the movie is just him.
Yeah, ooh, yeah, kills it as Black Manta for sure.
Yeah, they. What my problem with this movie is that they nerfed him. They nerfed the living shit out of Black Manta. He is literally like my top 5 DC villains of all time, and his rivalry with Aquaman is historic and it's bloodthirsty and vicious. And it's like, man, they could have treated him just a little bit better. The fact that Aquaman backhanded him with his fist and it was just a one hitter quitter, it was just like, the director, somewhere along those lines, the director didn't give a shit. I was like, whoa, man, why did you take the? He's the most ruthless villain in DC, in my opinion. The fact that he got away with murdering Arthur's son, Aquaman Jr.
And also, wasn't he the one that like cut off like Arthur's hand originally?
Yeah, he did. Like he spawned a whole lot of chaos. Just for the Kingdom of Atlantis, and James Wan just felt like a backhand from Jason Momoa's fist is enough to take him down. And there were some really good fight scenes, but the fight scenes fell short in the end. And it's just like, God, man. And it doesn't help anything that freaking the guy that plays Ocean Master looks exactly like
Arthur
Ackerman. Yeah. I was like, you look like Arthur Curry. Why the fuck are you playing his brother? What is going
he still
on?
plays like he still like Patrick Wilson still does play like the conniving like sneaky little like brother. Like even though they're working there, sometimes you're not sure if he's like, I'm gonna let you fall to your death or like I'm gonna betray you. Sometimes you can't tell. But I wouldn't be surprised if Patrick Wilson didn't originally audition for Aquaman like when the role was up like years ago. I wouldn't be surprised if he tried.
Man, he should. Man, I wish somebody in his circle of friends would have told him just leave. Do not accept the offer for Arthur Curry, and just go straight for Lobo. If anybody from DC approaches you, go straight for Lobo.
Agree. As much like I said, I love like his Aquaman. I love like all like the characters we've got in the last 12 years of the movies, but. Well, 10 years really, but no, I think we need a new Aquaman, and he would make an amazing Lobo.
Yeah, he would definitely make a great Lobo. I wouldn't complain about Danny Trejo too.
Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Billy. I picked this up in Chicago with Comically Inclined.
Fan Expo Chicago.
Yeah, they cost a pretty penny, but I think it was worth it. And little sneak peek, the designer even like signed it himself.
But bust that chest out, man. Bust that shit out. It's his birthday. He can show his pec muscles if he wants to.
I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you on that, Blake. Yaya and Patrick did like real like probably were some of the best like parts of the movie for sure.
Yeah, because they borrowed a really epic storyline in the Aquaman series, and they
Mhm.
changed so much of it. I was like,
Yeah.
if you're not going to kill Arthur Curry Jr., you could at least kill
Well,
Mara.
yeah, a
You could
lot
have
of people
killed
were,
Mara.
oh, a lot of people were wanting her to die. Not even be for story, just because it's Amber Heard.
Yeah, that was their opportunity to get away with that too. It's like, why don't we
Oh
just
my
kill her off?
gosh.
I mean, we're not going to kill the son anyway, so let's kill the
um,
wife. Give
I,
Arthur Curry a
I
reason
mean,
to hate Black Manta like he does in the comic books.
well, yeah, no, and I like it when like shows and movies they don't shy away from like darker themes, like which we'll go on to talk about in another big show. But
Yeah,
still, but no, I mean, I think because it's like the Aquaman was a little bit probably more family oriented, maybe, or like because they were teasing it as like a buddy comedy between Arthur and Orm. They didn't want to go like too dark. Like kids were probably gonna go say, "No, why'd they kill that baby? No."
it's a circle of life, man. He got preyed upon.
But no. All in all, 6.5, at least a 6.5. 6.5. Would you say it's a fair rating, or would you go lower?
uh, how I'm feeling today is definitely a solid 6,
Mhm.
maybe a 5.5.
I'd give it at least a good 6.5, just generally.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it would take a lot for me to shit on a movie, which we will get onto later. We can promise you.
Oh man. Oh, I forgot about our main topic of the night.
Exactly.
Woo!
Before we go into any Echo, can I pivot for a second? Have you watched Has Been Hotel? Any?
I've been meaning to get to that. That's like my favorite YouTube short, and
Dude, it's
uh,
so good. For anyone who hasn't watched, well, it or the original pilot, it's I can't remember her name. Vivian. I'm horrible. Uh, but
mm,
uh, but no, pilot was released for this animated series called Has Been Hotel like 5, 6 years ago, released on YouTube, and just now finally they were able to get a real series on Amazon Prime, and dude, it's amazing. Like the animation, the story, the voice acting, and they treat it like, I also treat it like a Broadway musical almost because, excuse me, the songs they have in there Broadway level. Like seriously, like
they are
they have
so good.
they really. Oh, have you heard
They
the
are so
songs?
fucking good. Yeah, the YouTube had me hooked. And I was like,
Yo,
yo, when
dude,
this
the
drops on
songs
Prime
are
Video,
one of my favorites is More Than Anything with Charlie and Lucifer. Yeah, Lucifer Morningstar, who was voiced by a Broadway star, Jeremy Jordan, who was actually on Supergirl, the series.
yeah, Jeremy Jordan, he
He was
was friends
Win.
with
He was Win. He
Win.
became the
Yeah.
Toy Man. But no, the show is amazing, and actually, they've got a stacked cast. Really, they've had Keith David is one of the voices. Stephanie Beatrice from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Kimiko Glenn from Into the Spider-Verse, and just an assortment of other names. But no, for anyone like who just whether you like animation or just musicals or anything, just watch it for sure. Just you need to watch it, Deontay. It's
Word.
amazing, and it won't. You can watch it in a day. And they're already working on the second season, and I'm really excited for what they got coming on. Remember, this is from the same person who created Hell of a Boss.
Yeah, this is a win for everybody too. If y'all not watching anything, y'all need to get on Prime Video and watch Has Been
Watch Has Been
Hotel.
Hotel. And watch Has Been Hotel and watch Reacher because ooh, that boy is jacked and good.
Yeah, I had to take a break from like watching all of that stuff too, because I had to like make sure I'm done with Avatar, and then now that I'm done with Avatar, it's game fucking on. So
Damn straight. Uh, shall we move on to Echo?
it is Echo time.
Mm.
Yeah, so this show just debuted January 9th on
All
Disney
five
Plus.
episodes. All 5 episodes dropped at once, and I really liked it. I really liked what they did with her, the story, the setting. I just enjoyed the show.
Yeah, I loved it. I love the comic book character now because I just recently became like a major Daredevil comic book fan,
Mm-hmm.
and she's one of
We
the
probably got
characters
that
that's
from
a part.
Thomas.
Yeah, dude. It was when I picked up what is the Catholic storyline? Oh, Born
Uh,
Again. I picked up
yes,
The
yes, Born
Born
Again,
Again
yes.
storyline, and I got hooked. I was like, God damn, Daredevil is so damn
Dude,
cool.
he's iconic. He's like Spider-Man. Like he's like, and he's very similar to Spider-Man. But oh, dude, like, but no, Echo. If for anyone who doesn't know, Echo actually like originates from like the Daredevil world.
She
She was
does.
an assassin sent by Wilson Fisk, and then one thing goes like turn of events, like just everything happens, and then she becomes a good guy and like wants to go after Kingpin.
Right. Honestly, she was a love interest for Daredevil as well.
That
Hot
too, yeah.
relationship. And she's just a hot character in general.
Yes,
She's
yes, she is. Especially when you have someone as amazing as Alakwa Cox playing her. Uh,
yeah. I can't remember. I think the character was deaf in the comics also. So
she is deaf in the comics. She's indigenous, and
yep,
even though it's not in the comics, Alakwa Cox she has an, a prosthetic leg. She has a prosthetic foot. They didn't. That's not in the comics, but they
yeah.
still casted her, and they made that work within the show, and that's just amazing.
Yeah, they killed it, man. Like she's a great actress. I love the
Oh,
representation for the ASL community and the indigenous people community. So double win.
yeah, because I'm pretty sure like the whole cast and like the crew and everyone like on set learned ALS for Alakwa, and actually interesting. I think Hawkeye because she was on Hawkeye before her own show. I think that was her first real acting like job, like first real time like acting.
It was. It's a
Yeah,
lot of first time actors in Marvel right now that's bodying the
Iman
game.
Vellani,
Yeah,
Alakwa.
dude, it's insane. My only problem with Echo as a TV series was the second half because the second half was a little bit like, oh, you
Slower
should have
pace.
planned this out. You probably should have planned this out because defeat Kingpin with a mysterious tap to his forehead was a little bit
Well, I think
not.
they were.
Yeah,
Yeah, her power. Well, they she discovers her powers like little later in the series, and I think they wanted to go with like more like her heritage because her powers are really just like picking like very much similar to Taskmaster. She can pick up on like a person's like fighting style, just echo them literally. But I think with the show they and like MCU they wanted to like go through like with her inherit heritage, her her
the Mohawk.
homeland, like
Yeah,
yeah, the Mohawk, and I liked it. I mean, it worked. I mean, with that story frame, yeah, and plus, like all of her ancestor skills echo through her. So yeah, and but no, man, I wasn't mad at it. I was definitely shocked when she tried to like heal Echo. No, when she tried to heal Kingpin, it was just it was nuts.
yeah. I was like,
I mean, I wasn't expecting her to try and just oh man.
yeah, that situation was like really bad. Like you got this is the final episode of the series, and she is completely outgunned and outmanned, and it's just like, oh, this is the perfect opportunity to have somebody pull up and help her. But she high fives her family members and mysteriously gives them superpowers as well. And they all just go to wailing on thugs and just avoid getting shot at all. And then when the 1v1 comes with Kingpin, it's just like,
It's very much kind of like superhero like superhero like writing and stuff like that. But I mean, it wasn't awful, but I mean, I wasn't mad at it. Not really.
it kind of disturbed my peace. I was like, man, God, this show was off to such a great start too. Like the entire cast of Echo is pulled from a TV show called Reservation Dogs
I,
on Hulu. One of the
Including
best,
Devery Jacobs, who was on
yeah.
Reservation Dogs too. Yeah,
The entire that is one of the greatest shows ever made.
I
And
haven't
Taika
watched it, but
Waititi,
I've heard nothing but good things from it.
yeah, that is Taika Waititi, the same man who gave us Thor: Love and Thunder, gave us one of the greatest TV shows of all time. I will say that right now.
When he takes the focus off of humor too much, not as much, he can make really good movies and shows.
Yeah, he really could. They ended Reservation Dogs at season 3, and I was just like, that's a good number to cut it off at. But damn, I'm gonna miss this show.
Right, yeah. That I need to probably watch that sometime. But no, overall, like the the choreograph, the fight scenes in Echo, they were amazing.
Yeah, the fight scenes were pretty good. I wish they didn't hype the dog shit out of the TVMA rating. I understand, like, you want to continue warning parents that have children about the show, but you made it sound like Echo was going to be chopping people the fuck up.
Well, I
No,
mean,
she
it's
didn't.
definitely like a little bit bloody, especially once we got to like episode 3 and like that that guy from the bowling alley just got like his shit rocked. But yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, no, but still, yeah, I guess just like if they wanted to go bloodier, then yeah, but still.
they should have. I mean, if you're going to give it a TVMA rating, you might as well go full on Spartacus with that shit. Like,
True.
I want to
True.
see Echo ripping people's arms off at this point, or at least doing something vicious towards everyone. And I tell people this all the time. Like, shit, man, come on, make it violent. Echo's a violent person in the comics. It makes sense.
She's not afraid to like hold back. I mean, we've seen that before for sure, but still, uh, and I can't imagine they're done with her. Like, because even though like she's found a little bit of peace, I can't think that that they're done with her because we gotta have more of her.
Yeah, Marvel's supposed to be working on like a street level cinematic
But
universe.
I mean,
So,
hopefully Spider-Man 4 starts that if Marvel can fight off Sony and get their way so they don't fuck it up.
man, Sony just needs to stick to fucking
Everything else.
PlayStation. PlayStation. Stick to
Yes.
PlayStation. Leave movies the fuck alone, and we will
Yes.
go. We will explain that.
Hey, I didn't hate Uncharted. But still.
I still haven't seen Uncharted. And now that
You
I know
still
it's
haven't?
Sony, yeah,
It actually wasn't a bad movie. I liked it for what it was.
God,
But
man, I don't know what the hell's wrong with Sony.
a lot. I mean, outside of gaming, yeah, we don't know. But no, and also don't want to not miss this, but Vincent D'Onofrio, oh, he killed it every scene as the Kingpin. Oh man.
And you know, Kingpin is like my second favorite Marvel villain of all time. Like, it's
Especially
Magneto and
like
Kingpin.
especially this Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio, he kills it every time. Oh man. And we thought we were never gonna see him again after Daredevil was canceled the first time. So I'm so
Man,
glad he's back.
he is a great Kingpin. Like, oh my God, we don't deserve him and Charlie Cox, but we
No, we
got him.
don't. And even though it was like a minute and a half, maybe less than that, but like short little fight scene between her and Daredevil, that was just insane. Just seeing that.
God, that was the best fight in the entire series.
For sure. Like
Oh
straight
my
up.
God. And
Ah,
we got him in episode 1, and that was it. No more for residency. He could have came back and helped her fight off Kingpin. That would have been a sustainable ending.
yeah,
But
no, yeah, I've heard the same thing too, Blake. Yeah, a fourth Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire and Sam Raimi working on that because Sony wants to do more multiverse movies, whether that works
yeah,
or not. But I'm not as long as they don't screw up Toby any more than just him dancing in a black suit. Then yeah. Oh God.
yeah, that freaking slide and point now. Oh, God.
Oh God, just the meme worthiness of this now. But
Yeah,
and
hire on the screenwriters that made Into the Spider Verse and just let them do
that's
live
what they need
action
to. That's what they
scripts
need to do.
too.
Hell yes. But and
Those
now
writers are beasts.
and hopefully, as if Marvel gets their way, Mr. Wilson will maybe be running for mayor of New York City, and we
Yeah.
may be getting Devil's Reign, which is in the last few years one of the most critically acclaimed series in comics.
God, and
I,
that's what changed my whole opinion on the character, because if it would have been up to Ben Affleck, I would have hated Daredevil forever. But
I still
Charlie and
haven't
Vincent.
I still haven't seen the original Daredevil movie. I need to. I just don't know where to find it without like paying for it.
Yeah, that is a good question. I wonder if I don't think Disney Plus would even have that.
It
Or
doesn't.
I could be
Though
wrong.
for some reason they just added Morbius onto Disney Plus.
Oh God, it's
They're just trying
Morbid
to
time.
scare. They're just trying to scare people away.
Oh my God.
I
Oh
know.
Jesus.
I know. Okay, so real quick, what would you rate Echo?
Oh, so this is the moment of truth, guys. So now y'all know what the score I'm about to give y'all is how I truly feel about Echo.
Oh boy, here we go.
Echo, from all 5 episodes, the finale and the premiere included, I give the series a solid B. I
That's
give it a
fair.
solid B. Even
I
with
would.
all the harsh criticisms I have for it, solid B.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would say solid B, B plus, maybe like a 7.5, and up to
Yeah.
maybe an 8. Because honestly, I thought it was really good.
I'm definitely in that ballpark of like 7.5 and 8. It could have easily been like an A plus if they would have just stuck the landing on that. But
Understood.
it is what it is. Post
It
credit
is
scene made up for it.
No, like Alakwa and Vincent were easily like the best like performers in the show, but still, like it was amazing, and I can't wait for more.
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely.
And
Mm.
r- real quick, pivoting again, have you watched any of the? Were you a Masters of the Universe fan growing up?
I dabbled in it, but I wasn't like pursuing the series.
So you haven't watched any of what Kevin Smith's doing with Masters of the Universe?
I have not at
They're
the
actually
moment.
really good. He in January he released Masters of the Universe Revolution, and it picks off after he did Masters of the Universe Revelation a few years ago. And granted, this is also coming from a guy who apparently never like grew up watching Masters of the Universe that much as a kid, but honestly, I love what he's been doing with the series, with the world, like just taking these characters, honoring them as best as wonderful as he can, and just expanding on this world of Eternia, and just bringing like the fight scenes, and just like the heartfelt moments, and just like the the
Yeah.
cheesiness of like one 80s like series that we grew up watching.
Yeah, I honestly, if Thomas and Will are endorsing this series too, we might have to come back and review what they have coming up in the
I
future
don't
for
think
Masters.
I don't think Thomas has watched any of it. He wasn't big on Masters of the Universe. Will, you'd have to ask Will, but still, like, definitely check it out if you can. There's like not that many episodes you can catch up in like a day or two, and plus they have a really stacked cast. Like Mark Hamill is Skeletor. They got Sarah Michelle Gellar originally to voice Tila, and now they have Melissa Benoist to voice her. They have Lena Headey as Evelyn, Keith David, and just a handful of other people. It's just Kevin. They got Kevin Conroy on Revelations before he died.
Man, F in the chat for Kevin Conroy, man.
I know. But but
Rest in
still, like,
peace, legend.
but still, but what is next for us?
Oh, so we have made it to the two main topic of the night,
Oh
the
boy.
final two, and we are
Uh,
starting with Avatar: The Last
okay, so you
Airbender.
want to end on a worse note? Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, I know some people. I know some people here that's probably just like, man, do I want to tear Madam Web apart, or do I want to just have like a fan glory moment of just
We'll start out with Fanglory, and then we'll just like rip apart Madam Web.
yeah, y'all know it's coming. Y'all know it's coming.
Yes,
Um,
yes, it is. Definitely good things. Like, if you haven't watched it, watch it, Blake. It's amazing. But okay. So Avatar, for what they were able to do in 8 episodes, I really liked it. Like, I enjoyed it for the most part.
damn good show.
Honestly, yes. I mean, it's not 1-to-1. It is not perfect. What? Even though it got more views than One Piece, I still think One Piece did it much better. But honestly, I loved like went about this, like the world building, like the the visuals, like the scenery and the act. I feel like for casting, they got them almost everyone down packed, especially like
Yes.
Zuko and Iroh and Aang and definitely Sokka.
That is some of the greatest fan casting I have ever seen in my damn
Honestly,
life.
yes,
Like, I don't know how they nailed the living shit out of that, but they were in their bag when they chose this entire cast.
they really were. And
I wasn't too
honestly,
crazy about Azula, but
well,
I let it slide.
yeah, I mean, she kind of looks. Well, also, they probably filmed this like a few years ago. It's because it's been in the making for a long while. And yeah, she does kind of look a little bit like younger, but I'm sure it's been like a few years since they finished filming, and they'll probably because the kid who plays Aang, Gordon Cormier,
Yeah.
he was on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. His voice is definitely like he's at puberty. His voice is not that high pitched, so if anything, a few of them are definitely like grown up and like matured and like their voices aren't as squeaky as they sounded, but still,
Man.
yeah. But no, I mean, but yeah, and plus, I actually liked that we got to see like they were teasing a little bit like what's to come, like with Azula and Ozai. Oh Lord, oh
Ooh.
Fire Lord,
So we're probably
Daniel
getting
Day.
what, like, yeah, a good 3 seasons out of them before the
I
series
mean,
is.
I mean, the show hasn't been renewed yet, but I mean that's the idea because the show ran for 3 seasons, but 3 books: Water, Earth, and Fire. So, if anything, if they can pull out like 3 seasons, then yeah, I mean, why not?
We need that. That's
And,
all we
and they can
need,
do and they can
man.
do it right. And they can do it right.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I appreciate what they did with season one. I remember just very little bit after watching the animated series growing up. I didn't get the chance to finish it, but and I stopped watching around the same year it came out. But I
Mhm.
always
So,
had a positive memory associated with Avatar, so
so you haven't watched it since,
I haven't even made it back to touch it since.
dude. Dude, you just go back to watch like the first book or just like however much you want because you can watch it when I watched the first book before the first season came out, and I definitely I mean I try to watch it every year because it's just classic. But no, I definitely was really happy with what they did. Like I, there's a few complaints for sure. Like I did not. I wasn't a fan of like how with Aang we only got to see him airbending. He did like no water bending throughout like the first season. Like he didn't train with Katara any, or just like Master Paku didn't like even bother trying to teach him or anything. Like this
Yeah.
boy needs to learn all 4 elements. Teach him water bending. But hopefully, if they get a second season, get a little bit of a time skip in Katara's teaching him.
Yeah, I definitely want to see him get his handle on all the elements too. Like
Hmm.
what I my most fond memory of the series is Aang meeting his predecessors, like the other avatars from the different nations, and I've always, as a kid, was obsessed with Roku, the Fire Nation avatar, and I was just like, man, if that is one spinoff I could ask for, I would
Oh
love to
yeah.
see his.
And it was really interesting how they did that too because they had they needed they I mean they had him go to the shrines in order to like physically make contact with the other avatars. It was interesting. I mean, I don't think they'll do that for the next season because he'll hopefully be in better tune with himself spiritually and like at least with Roku because Roku was his main person to go to talk to. So,
Yeah,
but
he
no,
basically got a lot of advice off of him.
and I loved Katara, but I and I've watched like YouTubers and like read reviews from like a little bit of everyone and just like and I've heard like a few of the same complaints. One of them was like Katara didn't really start out like feeling Katara, like she had the heart like for sure and the care, but Katara's always been like a fiery little girl, like a spitfire, like a pistol. We didn't get to see
Yeah,
that right away, but eventually she did get there. I feel like when she just tackled Jet and froze him to the stand, like that's when we got to see the fire in Katara.
yeah, she got her confidence up majorly. Like
And I
she
also,
went from, and we only had 8 episodes to do this, but
mhm.
by like the last two episodes, she was just like, I'm gonna take on whoever the hell is in my way.
Right, especially with like because when they were at the Northern Water Tribe, like they, which I'm really glad they kept the sexism at the Northern Water Tribe like the
Yeah.
same. Because like when Paku's like, no, I'm not going to train you, she was like, well, I don't care about your stupid rules. F you, old man. So I'm gonna, yeah. So I'm glad they kept that, and the fight scene between her and Paku was actually really good. Like you could definitely tell like some of what they did like in the original was the same. Some weren't,
Yeah.
but still, like I really liked the fight. I
That
also
fight
like
was
that.
beautifully done.
Yes, I also liked how she like she's basically self-taught, like, and he even recognizes that. But like after the fight and by the end of the series, like she is basically her own master.
God, they called her master. Like she got caught off guard by the kid that approached her and said,
I
"Yeah,
mean,
you're
I
a
would too
master."
if I were her. I don't blame her, but still, I mean, she is a master of her own making, and so I like that a lot because yeah,
Yeah, I honestly think if you're going to introduce, well, actually, if you're going to make a change from what happened in the animated series, that worked out. I
honestly,
think
yeah,
that's
because it was originally because like he saw her betrothal necklace belonging to her grandmother that he made, and like that kind of like showed him like, oh, maybe I'm doing this wrong. But no, I like that she showed him like him herself that I've been doing this on my own. Even if I wanted to train from you, learn from you, but even still, like if you're gonna be like this, I don't need you.
right.
But
It's man, I love the way they handled the storyline where they were in the spirit world and they had to deal with Ko. Ko was nightmare fuel.
oh, that wasn't my favorite episode, but I did like the horror aspects they used for like going into the spirit world because Cole was frightening, was scary as hell. Like you could
Yeah.
make like a horror movie based on Cole. And did you recognize the voice for Cole any or no?
Not at all.
That was George Takei. That was Mr. Sulu.
Wow.
Yeah, that was George. Yeah, and actually, he was also in the original series. They didn't include this in the live action, but episode 6, imprisoned. He was the warden that imprisoned like Haru, the Earthbender.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's crazy. Now that I
Hmm.
think about it, I think the character. I have to fact check, but I think the character that plays King Boomy was also the voice actor for Real Boomy, but I might have my facts screwed up.
No,
But
no,
oh
that's
no,
definitely not.
King. No, that's right, because King Boomy came to Cape Comic Con last year.
Yes,
We met
no,
King
no,
Boomy.
no. I think you're thinking of like the Cabbage Merchant, like because they
Yeah, the
actually
cabbage.
my cabbages. Oh my gosh, that was such a feel good. That was just like, oh my god, yes. Have him
They
say
paid
the
so much
line.
homage. Yeah, they
That
paid
was
so much
so
homage.
good. Oh, they really did. Like, just that. And I was so surprised in episode 4 that we got to see the hippies, like, in the cave and hear them sing Sacred Tunnel,
That
Sacred
was hilarious.
Tunnel. I
Some people might
know
not.
that I was so cracked up. That was honestly, it was probably one of my favorite moments from the show because it was so funny, just like out of nowhere. Like, what? They're bringing this in now?
It's like I sung with them. It was such a good
So
vibe
did
with the
I
hippies.
sung and danced with him as soon as I saw that, like, this, I heard that song, like, Sacred Cup. I don't care. It was so fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
judge me. I don't care. Call me corny. I'm gonna
Oh,
sing with them every single time.
episode 4 is one of my favorite episodes, not only because of that and just like Aang and Booming, but also Iroh. Oh my, that made me tear up. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that made me tear up.
Iroh is something else, man. He
They
is
got
one
him
hell of a
perfectly.
character.
I mean, like I
Yeah,
said before, the cast like almost damn near perfect, but Iroh they got spot on. This is the guy that plays like Savant, like this is the guy who plays the New Republic fighter in like Star Wars, like in Ahsoka.
yeah.
Uh,
That is him.
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, why have the? Oh, come on, Blake, give it a chance, man. I know you've never watched the animated series, but still give this a chance. But very funny, Blake. right? But
Yeah, that
not wrong
James Cameron.
Avatar. But no, like, oh dude, just that scene like at his son's funeral and just Zuko just telling him about just about the coin and just sitting next to him. Oh my gosh, that made my heart break.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And I like that we're they're doing this. They're taking bits and pieces from like seasons 2 and 3 and adding it in, and oh, it's so good.
They're making it work for sure.
Honestly, yes. I mean, it's like I said, it's not perfect, but for what they have, like 8 episodes and like condensing it, and like they're doing a really good job.
Yeah, the Prince Zuko episode was hands down my favorite episode.
Episodes, yes, 4 and 6 are without a doubt my favorites.
They nailed it. The way he got his scar, the way he put his
Mm.
life on the line for the 41st.
That was just awful. Just seeing,
God, man.
mm,
He
just
is
seeing Ozai like do that to his own son, mm. And the fact that Azula didn't look away. She's got the crazy eyes. You gotta say that she at least has the crazy eyes already.
she's so ambitious, man. She just wants all she knew from the day she was born is she just wants that damn throne. She wants to be the
The
heir.
throne and power and to watch the world burn, just like her old man. Dude,
She just
Daniel Day,
crazy.
Daniel Day Kim is such a good Fire Lord, like honestly. And there's the same guy who was Hiroshi Sato in The Legend of Korra.
Yeah, he was. Man, I love Daniel Day Kim. He is such a great dude. And
I know. Hawaii 5-0, Lost. He's done everything.
yeah,
Mm.
he's even done the Onion movie, and that's probably one of his funnier roles too, as far as comedy goes. But
Which one?
man, he's in the Onion movie, like
Okay. He was also in Spider-Man 2.
yeah, he was.
And he was like Octavius' like lab assistant.
I've seen people like fan cast him to be Martin Lee, aka Mr. Negative for Spider-Man.
Let's
And I was like,
go.
that's
Yes, I would be down for that. Absolutely.
I would not complain. I'd show up to that
I don't
theater
think
and be
anyone
like,
would, to be
let's go,
honest. No, no.
let's go.
Oh my gosh. But if and I hope they do does get renewed. But if and when it gets renewed, the only thing they probably need, like secure the bag, make sure it works. They gotta nail Toph. They have to nail Toph 100%. It's the only way
Yeah,
it works.
if they nailed the casting as far as the same way that they nailed the casting with the rest of the crew that we have so far, oh, Toph is going to be.
She's one of the fan favorite. She's my favorite character from the original series. So they have to get it right, or else the second season, it's gonna fall short.
Yeah, I do not want this show to fall off at all because season
Neither
one
do
is off
I.
to a
Like,
great start.
I mean, you probably already like this better than Yu Yu Hakusho, right?
Yeah, that's another thing we could have covered too and took a shit on because that. Whoo,
Well, you liked it up until like what, the last 2 episodes? That's what you told me, because
uh,
they cram packed like the last 2 episodes, right? Because there's only 5.
they crammed at least 2 or 3 arcs within the last couple of
Yeah,
episodes, and it's like,
that's
oh,
what you told me. I have
wow.
never watched a thing of Yu Yu Hakusho. I've heard very mixed things about the live action, but I definitely heard a lot of that complaint with what you were talking about.
Yeah, because it was just such a terrible idea. Some people don't really feel the same as strongly about it as I do, but it's like, man, like Taguro is a huge deal in the Yu Yu Hakusho world, and Genkai is too, and they just kind of washed away some of the things that made them them, and everything just turned out to be like Yusuke just has to power up on the spot and win his fights. It's just like, no, Yusuke works for those power ups in the anime. So why did y'all do this in 5 episodes? Shot themselves in the foot. I could go further in depth to that, but if you want to look for like 2 good live action adaptations that'll do the anime justice, One Piece and Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Agree.
Don't-
Now, like I said, I prefer One Piece over Avatar, but which do you think did better?
Uh, I would say Avatar was the better one.
Really?
As a One Piece huge fanatic, it's hard for me to say that
I have to
because
say,
they
yeah,
nailed
that's
it.
a little bit surprising.
There's some changes that they made to the storyline. It worked, but it was a little bit too bold directing decision for them to make, and kind of, I don't know if they'll be. You have to be a real bad motherfucker to be able to write your comeback from that. So I'm looking forward to season 2 of One Piece live action. If they can come back from some of these changes that they wrote themselves into, One Piece will be the superior live action
I mean,
series.
personally, I think One Piece did the better job. I mean, just like because they were able, because I think they was able to like do a really good job of condensing, coalescing, like connecting everything, like the first 4 arcs into 8 episodes. I thought they did a really good job in teasing the future, like, and I think the same thing with Avatar. But I think One Piece just did a better job, just a little bit, honestly. And plus, just the casting, the acting was just like on point with everyone.
Yeah, I think I'm so biased for Avatar. I'm not even the animated series fan on that level, but the live action kind of just felt like something I could introduce to a casual person that never
Oh, for
watched
sure.
this
Like
series and they would fall in love.
whether you've watched the original animated series or not, you could easily watch this for sure. And
Yeah.
if you haven't, it definitely will still take you for surprises and turns because like let's be honest, most of everyone has watched Avatar, but still, like some people who have never seen it won't know that Zuko is the blue spirit, or like Zhao will kill the moon, and just like or like Aang will. Oh, ah, man.
Man, it's just it gets crazy from there because we almost lost Aang when he went into that Avatar state. I mean, we seen it before. All of us
But
who
yeah, but
watched the
still, like
animated,
I
but
think they tried to like put a little bit more pressure, a little bit more stakes in with this. Because
and I love that.
I mean, I don't mind too much like exposition. I don't mind some exposition, but just don't put too much into it. I will say that of the show, like just don't say too much. It's very much like the Dune movies. Like you don't need to like you say too much. Like use cinematography, use shots, use expressions. Which,
Yep.
by the way, I know we probably won't go into it too much, but I did see Dune Part Two. Amazing, dude. Dude,
Oh,
yeah, Doom Part Two just came out, dude. It is. I think it's better than the first. It's so good.
I'm going to go see it tomorrow, so it's on and popping.
Definitely. I mean, March is gonna be a big month for movies. I mean, we got Dune, we got Kung Fu Panda 4, we got Ghostbusters, we got Kong and Kong X Godzilla.
Oh God,
Mhm.
man, and I don't know about y'all, but I plan on reviewing damn near 90% of that shit.
You me both. But are we ready to for the P pièce de resistance shit?
Yeah, the grand finale of tonight.
Oh, brother.
Final scores for Avatar: The Last Airbender.
A solid 8. A solid 8 for sure.
Man, this is gonna blow some people's head off real quick, but I'm gonna say it. On a bad day, 8.5. Good day, 9.
Okay, that's fair. I can agree with that. Like I said, One Piece for me it did it better. I'd say One Piece 9.5. But yeah, for
Yeah, that's got to be at least like a minus in as far as my score goes.
understood. But are we? Yes, we are ready for. And you did go see Madam Web eventually, didn't you?
Oh, I saw it. I saw it like a day after it came out.
I saw it that was like my own Valentine's Day gift for myself because it did come on
Ooh,
V Day, and I wish I got myself something better. and
ooh,
and
man.
to be fair, I went in this movie not expecting anything great or anything bad. As the movie by itself, it's okay. Honestly, it's okay. But as a superhero movie, as in this genre, not good at all. Like not good. Yeah, no. Blake's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Possibly
Madam
like two.
Web,
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
awful. I
When
like
you when
dark
when you
humor,
get
but
shot
it's
at
a
and
mistake
cringe.
to ask a young Uncle Ben, "What have you been shot? What have you never been shot at in Queens? Costumes only 2 minutes in video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's 2 3 minutes tops at least. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, and I didn't hate the cast. I mean, I did. I mean, for what they were going with Dakota Johnson being like this foster kid, like grown up. I mean, I didn't hate that. I mean, I thought she did a fair. I think with her and like Sydney Sweeney, Isabella, and Celeste. I think they all. I think for what they were given, I thought they did a fairly good job. Like,
I don't even know the full backstory behind the real Madam Web, so I kind of went in just blind and naked, basically. So
I mean, they definitely took liberties and they did their own thing. Because let's be honest, it's Sony. They're gonna do whatever the fuck they want because they
yeah,
have the Spider-Man rights and they think they can make money. They're not gonna make a whole bunch of money. I mean, this somehow got a lower rating score than Morbius.
it
Like,
did. Like Rotten
yes,
Tomatoes put it at like a
like
13%.
13, 12, like not
Oh,
good at all. Like, which surprised me. But and I okay, here's the thing with me. I will love and hate something. As much as I like Morbius, I know it's just awful. As much as I like Madam Web for what it is, I just know it's awful. Like, I won't truly. There are some things I'll shit on all day, and there are some things I will half shit on. But
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so don't. I'm gonna put a disclaimer out right now. Me and Cameron are not incels, so
no,
everything we're saying about Madam Web has
our
nothing to do with female leads and
no,
independent,
absolutely not. I've got
strong,
nothing to
independent women.
no.
We love y'all. We
Absolutely
fucking
not.
love y'all.
This is nothing against like nothing against like the Marvels or Madam Web. We love females. We love women for sure. But man, and also the director was S.J. Clarkson.
Clarkson, yeah,
Yeah, who directed a few episodes for Jessica Jones, and the leap from television and cinema to like film, I guess it can be a little bit different, a little bit jarring because this a similar thing happened with with Dark Phoenix. The director
yeah.
for that, he was a producer for some of the X-Men movies, and he thought he could do that, and yeah. But I would say one of the worst parts, that one of the parts I really didn't like, the villain Ezekiel, because
It's,
they made him so bland. I mean, yeah, no. Blake's right. The writing definitely was not great. But
you know
no,
who wrote the fucking show is or the movie is the same guys who wrote Morbius.
oh
The
god, well that
same two
explains it.
screenwriters.
That explains it. But oh man, but no, they just made him so bland. They didn't really give him any real motivation other than just like he's trying to avoid his death years from now, and just and we never really know why he takes the spider, like just to gain fame and wealth and power. I don't know. We never really learn, but
Yeah, we don't
still,
know what truly makes him evil besides the fact that he claims he's defending himself.
right, and that's not even like a really good reason, like because and let's be honest, like, I mean, granted, I don't know too much history about like the other Spider Women, like Maddie Franklin,
Yeah,
Julia, or and also that's another thing. They gave her a different last name, Julia Cornwall instead of Julia Carpenter. I thought that was really
yeah,
weird. That was just random. Maybe
yeah, it
because
is.
it was like her stepfather or something. But anyways, I
Yeah,
don't know much about their backgrounds, but I would like to think they don't kill because spider people they normally don't kill, and he's saying that they kill him in the future.
oh, damn, that makes it even worse. I never even thought about it like
Well,
that.
yeah,
So,
because Peter Parker, Spider-Man's like thing is like he doesn't. He's very similar to Batman. Like he doesn't kill. He doesn't try to save everyone. He doesn't try to take lives. So yeah, I would imagine. I mean, it won't be that for every Spider person, but I would imagine like for these three, they wouldn't. I could be wrong, but still, like,
yeah, they don't. They haven't killed anybody in the comics. That is Sony taking the hell
liber-
of a lot of
very,
liberties that they
very
can take.
free liberties that do not work.
It
Yes.
does not. It is a horrible idea. Julia Carpenter, like people who grew up with the Iron Man animated series, she was Tony Stark's love interest for a while. A little bit young
Okay.
for Robert Downey Jr. With City Sweeney,
Well,
but
let's be honest. Let's be honest. Anyone who had a chance to be with RDJ, I think we would take the chance.
I mean, I guess we all got an old man fetish. I'm not sorry, Robert, not calling you old, but as far
No,
as
no, no.
like
What are you talking
stacking
about?
our ages,
He ages like fine wine. He's perfect.
he sure does.
But
I hate to see him rob the cradle, but then I realized that this movie was based on 2003, which is
yeah,
already an awful timeline.
yeah, and I think they were trying. And also they didn't explicitly say what Spider Universe. They didn't say it was like Toby's or Tom's or Andrew's. But I think they were trying to like going for Tom's because 2003. He was literally just being born in the movie, and like by the time by 2016, 17, he would have been what, 14, 15, possibly.
Is the like the his trilogy is basically based on him at 17, right? Or 18.
15, 15 at least, I think. But I don't know. It was just weird because I think they were trying to go for Tom's like universe. They just didn't say it out loud. But uh, and and
Yeah.
also Emma Roberts was. I thought for some reason she was going to be May Parker. I didn't realize she was going to be Mary Parker.
That was crazy to cast her and not cast anybody for Richard Parker. Is strange because
And also no May either because we get Adam Scott as Ben Parker too, but we get no May. It
he
just very,
teases May. That's all. And it's like, bro, if you're gonna, why would you tease us? That's stupid. You don't have to tease us with May Parker. You can give
yeah,
us
like
May.
we know because yeah, we know who, but still, like give us a face or something. But
Yeah, give us a younger version of what the actress that plays her. Uh, damn,
Marissa
who is?
Tomei.
Yeah, a younger Marissa Tomei or somebody that looks like her, and that would have been money. It would be like, damn, Ben,
Yes. Yeah, or
that's
at
you,
least
Ben.
like a photo or like a face we could see, but still, but man, I don't know, but yeah, but though I will say, like the fighting, the choreographed scenes, they weren't the visuals, they weren't bad. I mean, yeah, they weren't terrible.
15. Yeah, the CGI wasn't like the absolute worst at all. It was just the ideas, the constant bad ideas coming up left and right. Like, oh,
Yeah,
I think making her multiply herself and just to give like a
in
pep talk
spirit
to the
form.
women. That's yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, it's a bit of an outreach for sure, definitely. Though,
bad idea.
yeah, for sure. Though I did like near the end, like when she found out, because let's be honest, it's weird. We're kind of thinking, why is a pregnant woman in the Amazon like that far due? Like we're all thinking that. But I kind of like the reason like why she was there. Like she was trying to save her daughter from like this uncurable disease. I actually did like that. Uh, gave Cassie a little bit more reason to go on. Like, yeah, I
Yeah,
did like that.
they gave us such an all star cast. Like we're gonna cast Mike Epps. It was like, yeah, what are you gonna use him for?
We're
Uh,
just gonna
uh,
kill him in like
we're
10 minutes he's in, leaving less than that.
It
Oh
was like,
god.
damn, man. I'm not the biggest Mike fan in the world, but that probably be deemed
I
offensive to
love Mike
somebody.
Epps. Oh, he's so funny. Like, welcome home, Roscoe Jenkins, the Resident Evil movies. He's so funny.
He's really good in movies. I just can't stand his stand up comedy. His stand up comedies are just not funny,
Fair
but his
enough.
movies are awesome.
But yeah, and I will say I also liked how Julia, Anya, and Maddie, you could already tell that like their personality wise they're each their own person. Just because they're all three Spider Women, they're they're not the same because Julia is like the shy, timid, like like yes sir, like yes ma'am, little girl. Maddie's the rebel. She's like, you know what? Screw you. I'm not gonna listen to you at all. And Anya's like the whiz kid. She's the brainiac. She's the smart one. I like that they kept them all like personality wise like different.
Yeah, I wish Maddie wasn't so annoying because it's just like, damn, man, we get one
Teenagers
black
can be
Spider Woman.
teenagers are meant to be annoying. Let's be honest.
She took that shit to the absolute max. She blew Julia and freaking Arania out the goddamn water with annoyingness. And it's just like, damn, Julia's just gonna be running
Man.
around in a goddamn schoolgirl outfit. Arania is just like, I'm just a sexy nerd, and Maddie's just like, I'm just gonna annoy you from the very moment I hop on screen. And it's like, fuck, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Fuck.
But oh man, but man, but yeah,
Schoolgirl
I mean,
Sydney Sweeney dancing on a random diner table
yeah,
for some
yeah,
football
yeah,
players.
yeah. A lot of people probably went just for like Sydney Sweeney, just because from like Euphoria. Let's be
Hmm.
honest.
I went for Sydney Sweeney. And then
Oh
I end
man,
up leaving for Isabella Merced. I have a huge crush on her
I'm
now.
telling you, man, do not sleep on her. She's uh, not only is she just very lovely, very beautiful, but she's a great actress. The first movie, I told you this before, the first movie I ever saw her in was Instant Family with Rose Byrne and Mark Wahlberg. It was
Yeah.
really good. She was great in it.
God, man, she's our hot girl for the DCU,
Yeah, that's
The
right. Yeah,
Gunverse.
she's Hawk Girl for. She's gonna be in the new Superman movie, which they got rid of Legacy, and it's just gonna be Superman. But yeah, no, she's gonna be Hawk Girl, and apparently she never told. I don't think she ever told either DC or Marvel that she was in either one. She was gonna be in either one movie.
Man, that's crazy. It
But hey, if anything, she'll do a better job as Hawk Girl than she will as the supposed Aranya that she may never get to play.
she looked good in and out that suit too. I was like,
I
God,
will
I'm
say,
in
I will say,
love.
even though we didn't really get that long, that much with them and the suits did actually look really good. Like
They did.
they
Well, it
did
was
for sure.
besides Madams.
I mean, yes, and we only saw her at the very end and just like no blind or no nothing at all. Even though
she
they did make her blind, but still.
she had on them goddamn Kanye glasses, and it was like, not the best idea, but I'll let it go.
No,
I've
or
already,
even like the wheelchair. It's like give her someone similar to Charles Xavier, not that little like stiff one that you use a remote for. No, I don't know.
oh man, that whew.
I know.
I know that they probably watched this movie one time after it was done with production.
Dakota's apparently never seen the movie yet. She hasn't watched it.
She didn't advertise it.
No, she didn't really advertise it too much. No, I know she did when she was on SNL, but not too much. But and maybe Sydney might when because she's supposed to be on tonight.
Yeah, Sydney promoted it on Instagram, her Instagram account, but it was just
Mm.
like
And
the
even Isabel has like gone on to like defend the movie, and I respect her to saying that she does, but still, like it's not great. It's not great.
yeah. Isabel basically got on the radio station a week or two ago, and she called
Blinded
out
by
people
fireworks underwater. You're right, Blake. Yeah, it's just like
underwater fireworks. That's crazy.
ah! And then
It had to have been meant to be. But
yeah,
yeah, Isabel got on the radio station and she was just like, "Yeah, it's misogyny. She's gonna call it for what it is." A lot of people are ragging so hard on Madam Web, and she honestly believes it's a good movie.
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's her
if
opinion,
your
right?
finance says it's good, then it is good. Damn it! But I'm not watching this shit again. I'm not.
If I'd be willing to if like someone wanted to with me and like just to see like their expression go from like, oh, I wonder what this will be like. Just
Whew.
why did you let me watch that?
You just look over to your left, and he'd be like, "I hate you for making me watch this." Like, I mean,
I
I
didn't
need.
make you. I didn't force you to watch this. I let you watch this.
Yeah, I never put guns to people's head. It's a choice for you to sit in your seat and watch this shit.
Exactly. Yeah, man. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm gonna be kind and say if I were going to give this a score, a 3.5, a 3 at least. I'm going to be kind. I'm going to be kind.
Woo! 3.5. God, I
That's
ain't
me
even
being
came up with my score
kind.
yet.
That's me being
Yeah.
very very kind. Because the worst is still, in my opinion, Fantastic Four from 2015. It's the worst one ever.
What would be my worst?
Yeah, we got
If Blake
Morbius.
gave me the point, save the five.
Damn,
God
Blake, just you're going in
damn.
on the negative. Okay, I
Ah,
just damn.
uh, damn, man. Like, what is the worst movie? I would say Daredevil is probably up there for me because I almost hated the
Really,
character because of that movie. That's
I've
one
heard
of the
like
worst.
I've never seen it, but I've heard like a mix of like other people say like it's really good, and other people say it's really bad. So, but like I said,
It
I
is
can't speak. I
ass.
still haven't seen it.
It is complete ass cheek. It's like I would rank Batman versus Superman higher than that. And
That's that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, for Marvel, we've got like Fantastic Four, we got Morbius, we got Madam Web,
Daredevil.
We got Blade Trinity, we got
I love the Blade trilogy. The whole
well,
trilogy.
no, but no Trinity, the third one.
I love that one too.
Dude,
I, I might
no,
be alone
that's
on
the
that.
worst one of the three. That's the worst one of the three.
I was like Triple H, sign me up. Jessica
No, I
Biel, sign
like
me
Triple
up.
H, but no, come on, man, no.
Yeah, I ain't even that big into wrestling like I used to be anymore. And I'm just like, Triple H is that dude. As long as it's not Dwayne Johnson, I don't give a shit.
Oh no, the Rock's being a bitch right now, just like calling out Cody Rhodes and just like also calling out Triple H. True, he cussed him out. He literally cussed him out like after like a press event.
I hope Triple H stomps him in the nuts. That's what,
That's probably what a lot of us want like at WrestleMania, because yeah.
I think I have seen the 1994 Fantastic Four movie,
I've never.
and I've seen the Jessica Alba one as well, and I've seen the Michael B. Jordan one, and all of them sucked. All
No,
of them
no, no, no,
fucking
no,
sucked.
no, no.
Well,
The first two from like 2000, the 2000s, like with Chris Evans when he was the Human Torch, those were good. Those were better than the 2015 one.
yeah, that was the Chris Evans Jessica Alba movies. I could live with those, but
Those were
they
good.
weren't peak.
Those were
They
good.
gotta do Pedro Pascal's
Well, yeah. We
Fantastic Four.
got Pedro Pascal, we got Vanessa Kirby, we got Joseph Quinn, Eddie, we got Ibn Mas Backrack.
Yeah, Mubarak Bagaba. He's our Ben Grimm, and this is the MCU.
He was Micro in The Punisher.
Yeah, he was Microchip. And God, I love him and John Bernthal were such great chemistry on screen together.
They really did, and thank you, Blake, for agreeing with me. Yes.
Yeah, I loved him as Microchip. I think he can do a good Ben Grimm. Maybe have to put on just a little bit of muscle, but they are going to CGI 90% of him, so it's kind of no point of that now.
They got to.
But Ben Grimm, before the transformation into the thing, was kind of a jack dude too. So
that's true. That's true. That's true.
He could get away with some stuff.
Oh, for sure. But yeah.
My total score for Madam Web, damn.
No, just be honest. Be real.
Yeah, because bad superhero movies are kind of rare, in my opinion.
They're getting more. We're getting more and more of them. But go on.
Yeah, we're getting more and more by the day now. But back when everybody was complaining about Phase 4 MCU and everything after Endgame was trash, I'm one of the people that disagree with that wholeheartedly. Like, suck my dick.
Same. No, same. But now we're getting people who are like, Phase 5 already sucks.
And it's like, now you're shitting on Phase 5 too, and it's just like, Phase 5 hadn't fucked up yet. Echo's not even Phase 5.
Technically, Echo is Phase 5.
It's a top. It's one of the. It's not. They don't call it a special presentation. Their special presentation is then
it's still technically Phase 5 because it's on Disney Plus. They've been doing the shows, including them in the phases.
Based on the timeline that she's on, she was doing all of these events back when. So this is post Hawkeye. So yes. right after she shot Hawkeye in the face,
yes.
And then
no, after she shot Kingpin in the face.
Yeah, my fault. Misspoke. Yeah, she shot Kingpin in the face, and the events that took place in this TV series was right after that. Yes. And so, I guess you're right. It is technically Phase 5, but even then, I don't think Phase 5 is going down the drain like that. You got one chance. No. Deadpool isn't necessarily MCU.
Well, it will be now. It will be when the movie comes out.
But I don't honestly, since we had two Deadpools that weren't MCU to begin with, if something bad happened to Deadpool and Wolverine, it wouldn't count.
No.
It wouldn't count.
I don't think it's gonna. I don't think Deadpool and Wolverine is gonna be suck it up. I think that's gonna be probably one of the best movies we've had in a while because it already looks amazing, and plus, you've got a director that's been working with Ryan Reynolds for 2 movies already with Free Guy and The Adam Project, but I think it's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, I think I have high hopes for Deadpool and Wolverine. I think Phase 5 will be that punch back. Yeah,
and they're already going to be promoting the movie. They announced like 2 new like comic series with both Deadpool and Wolverine in them.
Man, that is the dream team, honestly. But my overall point was just Deadpool is probably going to make Phase 5 look good for sure. And even if it didn't, we still got 2025, which is
We
nothing
still
but
got
banger
2025.
after banger after banger lined up for us. It's
Mhm.
Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, Captain America 4.
And the
2025 is going to be.
Thunderbolts, and I think Blade will be out next year too.
I heard we don't have a
November
release date.
25th, November 2025.
2025.
Yes,
I
November.
heard that date got scrapped.
No.
But I could be wrong.
Blade's still going. Blade's still going.
So that would be like damn near 4 movies dropping in 1 year.
Yeah, we're only getting Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be the only MCU movie out this year.
Yeah, and then 4 2025. That's
yeah. I mean, we got some the strikes kind of held us back. We got some catching up to do.
Yeah, honestly, that sounds like a disaster on inbound, but in Feige we trust because if
I think so because we do need to catch up some, but also I think where he's not going to oversaturate it too much with like the movies and the shows.
Yeah. Oh, so Blake confirmed it. Blade is 2025.
2025. Yep.
Yeah.
Captain America should be next February, and Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts. Yeah, and
yeah,
we just need them to come to an agreement. See, Sony wants to fuck up and like go multiversal with like Spider-Man, but Feige, he wants a grounded New York street level, which I think is what would work best. But Sony wants to fuck around.
Yeah, I was just about to ask Blake. Like, did you forget Cap 4? I could have sworn Cap 4 was 2025. So now that it's official, that's 5 fucking movies in 2020.
Well, we still haven't gotten any confirmation about Spider-Man 4. They're still working out the details of that. But yes, Captain America in February. The Thunderbolts, I believe, is in May. Fantastic Four in July, and Blade in November.
Huh. Yeah, since Spider-Man 4 is not necessary, or is it Tom Holland Spider-Man 4 or Tobey's 4?
It should be Tom. It should be Tom Holland. They're working on. They're trying to make an agreement come together because, like I said, Sony wants to fuck around.
Man, so that's 5 MCU movies in 1 year.
Like I said, we haven't heard anything, and if anything, they might hold back like Spider-Man until 2026.
Yeah, I would say push it till 2026. Don't do all of that in 1 year. Don't
give it some time because the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies have been some of the best, not only the best Marvel movies, but like the best Spider-Man movies we've gotten in a long time. Like, and we don't want them to slip and fall and them to fuck up. Keep the quality, and don't rush it. Thank you, Kenny.
Yeah, what up, Kim Pache? Thanks for tuning in, boss.
Oh man.
Blake says Sony is arguing Feige for 2025, but he doesn't want to. Honestly, it's a bad fucking omen. Don't do it.
Yes. Listen to Kevin Feige. He knows everything. Trust in Kevin or fuck off.
Man, because we've already seen this happen before. It's just damn near deja vu, and Sony's just like, no, we want you to fail just the same way we failed. You know what, right? Sony?
Hey, they pushed back. They pushed back on Beyond the Spider-Verse, into the last Spider-Verse movie. So if they can hold off on that, they can certainly hold off on Tom Holland's new 4th movie.
Yeah, please do, because it's just like I want all these movies to be back-to-back successes.
Exactly. As much as we want them at their best. We don't want them fast. We want them at their best. Quality over speed and quantity.
Yeah, because that is a lesson that they need to learn, because they have made some mistakes in the past with rushing movies out and trying to just overload theaters, but now this is your opportunity to learn.
Sony just thinks that they'll just be able to make money off of just anything spider-wise, and just they just don't care as much.
They have such a horrible grasp on business and how customers work. It was like, that is not how the fuck customers work, you idiot. Why would you market your products like this? It's stupid. Or some people do not deserve to be CEOs, but don't let me get on the soapbox about that. So, yeah, Madam Web was rushed, completely not cared for. I'm pretty sure if you did an interview with S.J. Clarkson right now, she would probably smile at you and laugh and be like, "Yeah, it's that bad." It's just like this is one of those throwaways to your
if they're
career.
willing to like acknowledge and just like maybe laugh about it like a head on, I think that'd be okay. Like we'll be like, okay, as long as you understand how bad it was, we can move past it.
Right.
But
So
do you think Craven will be any better or just as bad?
Craven's going to be worse. Craven's going to be worse than
Uh,
Madam Web, y'all.
I don't
I'm
know.
calling it now. I'm calling
I
it
don't know. I
now.
mean, Craven. I'm hoping Craven. I mean, like I said, I'm an optimist. I'm hoping Craven does not end up doing at least as bad as this. I mean, if it's not going to be great, that's okay. As long as it's good. But still, like, I don't know. But I mean, at least they got what the rated R like rating at least, and still.
Yeah. The way that they handled Madam Web told me everything I needed to know. I was like, they're going to bomb the dog shit out of Craven the Hunter. That's
Oh
sad
God.
because he's my favorite Spider-Man villain. I got to go
He's
to
one
that
of,
theater
especially
and
after
watch him
Spider-Man
stuff.
2. Especially after
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2.
The video game, that I guess I gotta go on record and say no homo, but that got my nipples hard. I'm sorry, y'all, but his
I mean, Craven
portrayal
was
in
the
that
baddest in the
goddamn video
game.
game, he
Yeah,
was a
he
fucking
was a really good.
animal.
Even though Venom was like like the end game boss, Craven was like a huge freaking badass in that game.
Yeah, Craven was exactly who he was intended to be. That is the
The
creators that made
hunter,
him. He is the superior hunter, and
100%.
nobody outshunt him. It's just like he embodied that role to the fucking T. That's how he was in the comics. That's how he was in the animated series. And it's just like, damn, man. It's just I grew up a big Green Goblin and Carnage fan, and seeing that performance kind of just threw him straight to the top.
Honestly, yeah, no, like Craven,
And
like
now,
not a lot of people like know too much about Craven, but the game it will definitely put a bigger spotlight on him, and hopefully, like I said, if the movie doesn't do dog shit, that'll give it a little bit more. But still, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. And also, we're also gonna be getting Venom 3 this year too,
ooh,
and even though it's probably not the best thing, the Venom movies are the best things out of like Sony. What Sony's doing
yeah,
right
they
now.
raised the bar for Sony. That Sony's movies are so bad that Venom raised the bar for them.
To be fair, I do like the Venom movies, but still, they do need to they just need to get better.
Yeah, Venom 1 didn't care for it. Venom 2 made me angry when I walked out the theater. So if Venom 3 isn't any better than the first two, I am going to
We don't even know
call
what it's
the cops.
about, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But I hope you're right, Blake. Apparently, we're supposed to be bringing Miles Morales into Spider-Man 4 and into the MCU. I really hope that's true and that they don't fuck him up.
Cash grab alert! Cash grab alert!
No, I don't. No, I don't see that as a cash grab. I see that as like planning for the future because Miles Morales, he's big now. He's really big, and like I think they want to plan that for like the MCU because in case Tom doesn't want to be Spider-Man for too much longer.
Yeah, honestly, we could have wrapped his series up in a trilogy and called it good.
They
We do
could,
it for
but and he doesn't. Tom doesn't want to stop being Spider-Man, but he knows he needed a break. And if this were to be his last movie, he'd be okay with that. But he wants to keep going, and the fans want him to keep going because he's the best Spider-Man in my opinion.
he embodies both Peter Parker and Spidey, and
Perfectly.
honestly, we don't need any more movies from him. So you can stop. You can stop at either at the trilogy, or you can stop right after Spider-Man 4. But either way it go, we need to see him again in other shows and other movies. Like,
yes, agree. I mean, he's on Broadway. He's going to be on Broadway like this summer. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and
yeah, Daredevil Born Again is coming. We got Spider-Man freshman year. We got a whole lot of TV shows on the way, and they're all around street level heroes. So Spider-Man can show up in that.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and
we got him in Secret Wars. Yeah,
he could be in that as well as like possibly whatever they decide to rename Avengers 5 since it could be Kang Dynasty or not anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I did see in the news officially that Kang Dynasty as a whole movie title is getting completely scrapped.
Well,
So they're renaming the shit out of that.
yeah, I don't think they're completely like just scrapping just Kang in general, but they're definitely getting rid of the title and probably reworking the story. But still, like I've heard names like Coleman Domingo and John David Washington as like new Kangs.
Yeah, honestly, we've reached a point where we should just scrap the whole idea. I mean, it's going to sound terrible, but
Well,
the
no.
fact
I
we
understand
killed,
why, but still, they've laid in the groundwork, and I actually want them to keep going, like especially because like Kang is a really good, powerful villain. I want them to keep going with this. Like, at least you intended to go on this route, finish it, even if
yeah,
it's not the way you wanted it to be. Keep going.
yeah, I could do with or without Jonathan Majors. Love the guy
Well,
as an
well,
actor. Love his
oh yeah,
role as
Jonathan Majors
Kang.
is an incredible actor. I loved his performance of Kang, and as well as He Who Remains. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's nothing much we can do or say about that now.
Yeah, it's not hard for me to let go of him. So it's just like all you need to do, Marvel, is don't fuck up Doctor Doom.
Yes,
Don't fuck up Doctor Doom.
whether it be Henry Cavill or not.
Yeah, exactly. Whoever you cast, nail that shit. Because now the rumors are that we might even meet him in the Fantastic Four movie, which is right on cue because he does deserve like a post-credit scene at the very least.
Well,
Since
yeah,
they're
but
yeah,
I'm hearing it could be Doom, Silver Surfer, and Galactus in the Fantastic Four, which would be a lot for a first movie. But as long as they don't do like the purple gas like swirling the planet, like I think we'll be good.
yeah, that sounds dangerous as fuck.
I know, I
Keep it at
agree. It's
Galactus.
dangerous. It's
Keep
dangerous,
it
including all three of those characters in the first movie. I agree.
because you can't have Galactus without Silver Surfer. So that's a package deal.
Yeah,
So
yeah, or at least like
he's the herald.
another
Yeah.
herald, like Terax or any other herald that he has.
Yeah, because I even heard rumors that so this Fantastic Four is going to be coming to the 616 from theirs because I think the theory is that their universe is going to get destroyed. So right now, what they're saying is that the Silver Surfer that they're using is going to be a female Silver Surfer.
I've heard that,
And
and I've also heard that the Fantastic Four is going to be like a period like movie, like back in like way in the past.
Yeah, it's like it's set in the 60s, and then
Yes.
So then not only are they going to jump to Earth 616 location
our
wise, but in
present.
time, yeah, our present day. So that's going to be interesting because now we still have the option of more Reed Richards. So now that there is a confirmed multiverse of Fantastic Fours, we can still have John Krasinski. We can still have the OG. And they all could just trickle down, and we can meet every single one of them in Secret Wars. So that is good. That is good potential
Until we get the creator of which is Reed Richards, like the villain.
Yeah, Cillian Murphy is a good Doom for sure. Damn, I forgot who my candidate for him was going to be. I'll come back to that. Captain Britain is Henry Cavill. I could rock with that.
I've heard. Sorry, everyone. I've heard Henry Cavill's name be attached to Captain Britain or Cyclops or Doctor Doom. Personally, I want him as Doctor Doom. I think he'd make a great Doctor Doom.
Yeah, he would be a good Doctor Doom. I think it was Luke Evans that we were talking about on Comically Inclined being the most solid pick for him. But I had a guy, Mads Mikkelsen. That's who my guy was for Doctor Doom.
He could make a good one. He was already Caecilius though in Doctor Strange.
Multiversum. I think, and so now that Deadpool is MCU, that means Josh Brolin's Cable is MCU. So now we got Thanos and Cable, same actor. So one really good example of why we could save Mads Mikkelsen and make him Doctor Doom.
As Wade Wilson has once said, well, that's just lazy writing.
Yeah, he's such a great villain too. Like,
Oh man,
I watched the Hannibal Lecter show, and
I've never watched it. I've heard it's really good though.
it's one of the most addicting shows you'll ever lay your eyes on, easily. But
I just started watching The Rookie like today with Nathan Fillion.
Oh,
That's actually really good. Like a good actual like way of seeing like a police procedural like cops like interact and like in LA. It's really good and really funny.
damn! I might have to check that out.
It's
I
really
think,
good. And I'm definitely rewatching X-Men before X-Men 97 comes out.
yeah, X-Men '97 was good. I already watched X-Men '92 way ahead of time. I was binging that in December, so now I'm like
I'm
all
doing
the
that
way spun
now.
up.
I'm doing that now so I can get it all in before. I know I got a few weeks in me, but still.
Yeah, and Blake and Jess, I believe, started X-Men '92. They were last I talked to him about it. They were watching that on Disney Plus just
Mhm.
recently. So
Yeah.
we're all going to be spun up when X-Men '97 comes out, and that's going to be a
Oh,
bonus episode for this
it's gonna
month.
be so good.
So y'all get ready for that review. That's going
Damn
to be witty.
straight. Yeah, I mean, like I said, next episode's gonna be good with like when we got X-Men 97, Kung Fu Panda, Ghostbusters, Godzilla and Kong, and just anything else
Oh
that comes out.
man, y'all, we got a lot of shows coming. What was Jacob's Films Perspective is going to be covering
Dude,
sharing the load with us, so that's going to be a lot of opportunities to see more of us, and we can talk more about these nerdy movies. Brace yourselves. March is going to be a crazy ass month.
yes, it is.
Yeah, my overall score for Madam Web, I'm going to go ahead and give it I'm going to give it a D minus.
Yeah, that's understandable. That's fair. That's fair. That's very fair. I'm just being kind as much as
Yeah,
I can to this just dog shit. But I love the cast, but still, yeah.
yeah, I would have given it an F. I think the only thing stopped me from giving it a F was because I was still in love with the entire cast. It's just like,
Agreed. Yeah, for sure. But
God, it's beautiful cast of people just completely wasted on a terrible script and a terrible medium budget film.
100%. But I think that about covers it. Am I right?
Yes, sir. All we got left is announcements now, and then that'll be it for tonight. We definitely appreciate everybody for stopping by and tuning in. So without further ado, do you have anything that you wanted to share with the gang?
Uh, Not really. I mean, just keep an eye out just for like posts and just like announcements from us in the future, and also just like Anime Con will be out coming next month, and that's gonna be a good time. I'm pretty sure we can have a table there or something, Deontay, or no?
Yeah, it's next Saturday. It's next. It'll be March 9th and March 10th.
Oh wow,
Uh,
that's soon already. Okay, I thought it was gonna be in
yeah.
April for some reason. That's my fault. Ignore me and listen to Deontay. But and also just thank you for everyone to like coming out and just listening to us like just prattle on just like for this long and just like yeah. And if I don't expect it, but if you were gonna be out like anyone watching out in Missouri in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, and like you wanna buy me a celebratory like drink, I wouldn't be opposed to that. But I don't understand if none of you are near here or don't drink, which I understand.
Yeah, if you're not from Missouri, don't even worry about it.
Or you can just Venmo me.
Yeah,
I'm joking. No, I'm not gonna
spoil
take your
him
money.
rotten because
No.
midnight is not that far from here. Midnight is not that far. He's turning 30, so life is going to go downhill right on the
Unfortunately.
spot. He's going to have headaches and hearing problems and back problems as soon as he wakes up tomorrow,
I already got that going on. What are you talking about?
on top of a hangover.
Probably.
Yeah,
Uh,
as far as announcement goes on my end, yep, Cape Anime next weekend. We have a table. You can come visit us. We might have a panel, so stay tuned for more details about that. And if we do, that'll be our next episode of SNN War. So those of you not familiar with that, that is our weekly anime review. Usually we go live on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Central, and we just recover all the latest and greatest anime news and TV shows that we've been watching. So we'll have a fun podcast stream for you guys, to anybody that shows up and attend the event. It's a Saturday and Sunday right here in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. And anybody that's local here, that is at the Drury Conference Center. And the showroom floor opens at 10 on both days, 10 a.m. Central. So you're more than welcome. If you recognize our faces, stop by and say hi, show some love. And we may even have some prize to give you if you participate in our trivia game. So looking forward to that. That's going to be a great time. This also, with this being premiere of season 4, there is a small admin change. The show is called Saturday Night Nerds Live Streaming Podcast. It's been that way since season 1, and we're now on the 4th season. We decided as a group to just change it to Saturday Night Nerds Squad Review. So this main show will be called Squad Review going forward. And this is the final season of it. So name change last season to make it a little bit more advertisable. But other than that, we got 6 episodes this year instead of the usual 12. And every episode going forward is going to be just a wild brick house of just nerdy entertainment. So we got that coming. So Squad Review is the new name change. We're also changing the name of the network. We're all putting our heads together and brainstorming now to change the network and rebrand it. So lots of new logos are going to be dropping soon. So be on the lookout for those new logos. And I'm excited to talk to you guys about that stuff. And my last announcement. Before I wrap this show up, I have a spinoff. So, and my spinoff is official. All I need now is just to get the logo posted out in my first streaming day announced, and it is called The Giants Playlist. And it's a little play on my career back in the day as a DJ and my extensive love for music. Before I was a nerd for anything else, before Marvel, DC, anime, it was all music. And I'll be doing album reviews. I'll be talking about concert tours for all genres. So it doesn't matter if you're into death metal, country, hip hop. I'll even have like some performing artists on my show too. I'm really looking forward to these interviews. I'll have local artists coming by my show to talk music with me. I'll even have some of my SNN crew come in and talk music with me. So that's going to be fun. We're just going to be downloading new albums, jamming out, giving our scores on them, and letting the public know if they should purchase these things or skip it. Definitely. There's going to be some Broadway Girls references used in this show as well. We're all looking forward to that new Morgan Wallen album and his new bar that's supposed to be opening in Nashville this summer. So my show debuts right on time for that, and best believe I'm going to be talking about that. So
I'm sure if you and me, Blake, and Jess time it right, we can go to a convention in Nashville and hit the bar.
Dude, Morgan Wallen, especially if he's going to be there at his bar, man, it's going to be total chaos. I love Nashville. I'm obsessed with it. I've been twice in 1 year. And I might be twice this year.
I'm up for a road trip if you are.
Man, we got to hit up a convention. We got to get the whole squad together.
You, me, Blake, Jess, absolutely. Maybe bring my cousin. Yeah.
Thomas and Will are down. We all carpool. Oh, I love Beyonce's Texas Hold'em, man. When her album drops, her country album drops, I'm gonna be one of the first people to cover that. Because I know some Beehive is probably in the comments section, just like, oh, let's go. So I'm not really Beehive, but I'm not a Beyonce hater either. If she has a hit, she has a hit.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, man, the Giants playlist is coming by the end of this month, guys. I think my first episode will be about the new Schoolboy Q album that dropped yesterday. So I'll be reviewing that fully, talking about a couple concert tours that's going on in our local area,
Mm-hmm.
and
Actually, actually, a little bit of preview. Next month, we have a hit country artist coming to the Cape Girardeau, the casino, Lauren Elena.
yeah, I don't know much about her music,
Oh,
but
she's amazing. You take a listen to some of her music. She started out on Idol, and she's been a hit ever since. Tickets go on sale, I believe, either Monday or Tuesday. So, and I'm definitely going for sure.
yeah, I saw advertisements on Facebook, and I was like, damn, she is gorgeous. I got to check her music out.
Hell yes.
People know I'm biased for Lainey Wilson, but I got time for her too. Those my girls. Those my girls for sure. So yeah, you guys want to talk music with me? I'll give you further details on that, and that should be a great ass time because I got lots of friends in the music industry, and I friends, people that know people. You never know if we might have a celebrity guest coming this year again, like we did last year. Stay tuned for that. See, and Blake said he's ready to cover X-Men 97. Yeah,
We all are, brother. We all are.
we are down the clown, man. I've been waiting for this moment, waiting for it. Real quick service announcement. Anybody that's watching this, if you're complaining about Rogue's ass, shut up. Leave Rogue the fuck alone.
It's Rogue, nonetheless. I mean, whether her ass is plump or not, be happy you got that ass.
Yeah, grow up, man. Life isn't just all about ass. It's about
thighs
and mutant powers.
Yes.
It's like leave Rogue alone. Let her be great. She's still our Southern Belle that could seduce the shit out of a freaking nun. I don't know. She's the most charming character I've ever known. I don't care what y'all say about her booty. I'm still watching 97. Y'all can hate and talk shit about the strong eyebrows all you want, but you're about to get a full ass spoiler review by the end of this month. You got Be There or Be Square.
Damn straight.
Yeah, but that concludes our show. All of our reviews are done. We'll probably get back into Slushhead Collects the next episode with when Tommy comes back. And then we might have just like a news segment to talk about all the things that we're looking forward to in future episodes. So,
for sure.
Other than that, our next major episode will probably be about a month and a half or 2 months ahead from now. So, we'll
end of April near.
Yeah, so y'all definitely be looking forward to us covering Deadpool and Wolverine, to say the least. So that's going to be a squad review for everybody to see. And then hopefully season 4 concludes the way that we want it to conclude. Yep. Cameron is off to his birthday festivities, and I will be joining him not too long after that. Thanks again for everybody that tuned in. We appreciate all the love and support and everybody turning out for us. We will get Will and Thomas back in here to party with us some more, and we'll also get more special guests to come through too. So you'll see Blake Hickman for the X-Men 97 review. You may even see Danny pop in here for a couple episodes as well. And of course, we got some collaborations with That Feeling Podcast Network. So expect the Queens of Nerdom to come through here too. So much love to everybody. We hope y'all have a safe and beautiful Saturday night. And you know what? Stay nerdy and stay blessed.